For a lot of Serbians, this bronze medal probably felt like gold. Nikola Jokic-led team lost only to the USA in what will be remembered as one of the greatest basketball games ever. Then they dominated world champs Germany for almost the entire match. And simply the level Serbia showed in these last two matches begs a question. Was this one of the strongest European teams ever assembled? Okay, I know the bar is extremely high, as Spain had that legendary 2008 team with both Gasol brothers and a few significant others, but let's look at the reasons of why it might be true. And in the end, you'll be the judges. First of all, this is the best Serbia have ever looked with Jokic. In 2016 Rio Games, they won silver, but Jokic wasn't the same player he is now, and that is a huge game changer. Despite France making a crazy run in these Olympic playoffs after looking terribly in the group stage, I believe Serbia were a better team than them. Even Germany's head coach Gordon Herbert admitted that. And it's hard to argue when a team has prime Jokic in its roster. Having a center as an offensive hub is the modern basketball at its finest. It has been proven not only it increases your assist ratio, but it also opens up the paint and makes the game so much easier for others. And when the same guy can just post up and score points against anybody in the world, that team becomes extremely difficult to stop. So let's look at brilliant examples from Serbia's offense. First play versus Germany, and it starts with a classic Jokic touch at the elbow. Dobric goes around, sets pick for Bogey to get advantage before the handoff. Classic modern era play with Schroeder in doubt on how to approach this handoff. Going under means Bogdanovic can shoot immediately, and FIBA Bogey doesn't miss. Then we have another classic scheme not only from Serbia's Olympic tournament, but their whole Olympic cycle. It all starts with a zipper screen and cut for Dobric, then Jokic gets another elbow touch just on the other side, and here is the main catch. Dobric flares and Bogey sets a pick for power forward, and it's up for the greatest player on this earth to decide how they go from here. Since the Germans switch, he simply waits for Bogey to lift up as Petrushev gets a nice seal, and it's so easy to play with this beautiful mind. Same set play, just a little bit later. As soon as Dobric is passing to Jokic, I'm thinking, why the hell is Dennis top-locking Bogdanovic? There is absolutely no one in the paint. Another reason why the entire basketball world is going to centers as their offensive hubs, and of course Jokic reads it, and it's another easy two. Another easy two comes here. Serbia beautifully flow into their Spain action with Bogdanovic handling and Alexa Vramovic setting the back pick. Nothing really works, and their exit strategy is Jokic's post-up. Petrushev cuts after the entry pass, and Germany double Nikola, but he delivers a behind-the-back beauty on the cut. Wow. Also, switching all screens is not a concept you want to throw often when you're facing Serbia. Germans try to do it here against Bogdanovic and Jokic pick and roll. Bogey takes his man hostage, it's a late switch, and Jokic versus Obst is bad already. Okay, the world champs scram Obst out of this hell by triple switching with Theis, but the problem is bigger. Jokic has a position 2 meters away from the rim, and usually it means points for the team he plays for. As you can see, Serbians have great team plays, but just as Katie said, you need randomness too. And can you have a bigger random advantage than just simply Jokic's post-ups? Here it's Alexa and Jokic empty corner pick. After the pass, the big man just waits for his point guard to move out, backs down Theis, spins, gets him in the air, and scores one of the most unathletic baskets of the entire Olympics. But who cares how you score really? In a different clip, we see a classic defensive strategy against Nikola. Theis does everything in his power to force Jokic catching the ball as far away from the rim as possible, because probably that's like the only way of trying to limit the effectiveness of this action. Despite that, Jokic takes his time, backs down Daniel until the paint, avoids the stunt of Franz Wagner, and it's another two. Then a classic Pesic play to get Jokic a post-up touch. Pick and roll with him to start, exit screen for Petrushev, and a rip shuffle screen for Jokic himself. This time, the Germans stunned hard from Micic as it looks like a double team, but Vasilia has no trouble beating this closeout. Okay, here comes the ultimate entertainment and IQ play. The center himself dribbles the ball up the court, has no trouble moving Mo Wagner to the rim, and Dennis tries saving the situation by doubling. However, the world champs leave a gap there, there as Nikola continues to dominate. What made it all work so efficiently is that the double teaming option wasn't efficient as in the NBA. His Serbian teammates couldn't be more effective shooting the ball. Everybody chipped in. Zipper screen to get Jokic the ball. Again, it's a stunt from the first man, and you know Nikola is unselfish. Alexa catches it, thinks about throwing it back, but sees the space Dennis gives him and swishes the shot. Serbia finished the tournament shooting hot from deep, and if they haven't missed all those 9 threes in the fourth quarter against the USA, who knows how the conversation would look like right now. Anyway, it wasn't only Serbia's offense that earned them bronze. But before we look into other factors, a quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Hostinger. With their help, it is super easy to create and manage your own website. I've tried it, and AI-powered website builder allowed me, a complete beginner and a person with no coding skills, to have a website that looks absolutely awesome. Hostinger has thought about everything. AI logo maker can assist you with the logo, while AI writer will have your text simpler to find while searching. So what are you waiting for? Go create your own website now and grab an additional 10% discount with our code BNews10. So defensively, this team was excellent too. From the defensive pressure to strategic game plans to helping Jokic, everything was on point. The biggest factor on this side of the court was physicality and aggressiveness. Dobrić here is so close to his man, so it's an offensive foul. And we saw so many examples of this, I would need another 10-minute PowerPoint slideshow presentation to show you all of them. Just look at this sideline out of bounds play. After the pass, Guduric makes Dennis work to get the ball back. Dobrić knows it's going to France seconds later and stays ready. All of this forces him to catch the ball in a super uncomfortable spot, and the only option is to throw it at someone's foot and expect you get lucky. However, in my eyes, the main man on this side of the court was Alexa Avramovic. Just like last year, he was a nightmare for the opposing ball handlers as he gets through double screen here with ease, then picks out the best time to reach for this ball. He gets the steal, and it's one more freebie for Serbia. The games against USA and Germany also showed that their pick-and-roll defense with Jokic wasn't as bad as someone might have predicted. Here he is high at the level of the pick, Petrushev covers the short roll, but I love the most what happens next. Dobrić rotates, and watch how he's not in front of Voigtman but in the path of the extra pass. This confuses the German, gives time for Petrushev to come back, and the pass isn't as quick, so Dobrić himself gets to contest this in time. The next clip is a perfect example of how tough it was to play against Serbians. All 3 guards are denying their opponents. Jokic is backing down since Theis isn't a shooter, so Germans are basically left with the only option of lobbing it to France. But here comes Petrushev, and he erases this shot. On top of this smothering defense, Serbia had great coaching as well. Knowing USA teams always struggle against zone, we saw it in the semifinal only, and the Americans looked clueless of what to do against it. They would just pass around the ball with random cuts, not getting easy spot-up looks. And that was one of the reasons why the Avengers needed brilliance from all 3 of their main stars in the end. In the match for bronze, the strategic move from Pešić was to not allow Dennis Schroeder to drive to the middle. Alexa and others would try to keep him on the side, and Nikola would allow the mid-range in the drop. Other guys wouldn't help, and Dennis would just go inside, jump in the air without knowing his next move, and all of this results in 2 more points from turnovers for Serbia. So that's how they got a 21-point lead against Germany. Yes, Germany fought, but in the end, it was a pure team effort from Serbia to close out the game. That's what the players themselves emphasized it after the Olympics too. Team, team, team. Bogdanovic was fantastic with his frees and one-legged mid-range fadeaways. Alexa was a menace driving to the rim and putting pressure. Micic improved steadily during the tournament and had the highest scoring game in this match with big shots down the stretch. When it mattered the most, everybody chipped in, proving this team was much more than only Nikola Jokic. And I believe Serbians should be more than proud of what this team did in the Olympics. So my question is, where would you rank this squad in all-time European team lists? Let's discuss it in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you in the next one.